What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan Goto, and welcome to Spell Tap Gaming Podcast. Today we have Christopher J. Gannon, Joe Vig, and Ben Howard back. Welcome, everybody. Oh no!
Oh,
what
Joe!
happened to Joe?
Oh my God!
And Joe's
Joe.
gone, and he's gone,
And he's gone.
Bye-bye,
Okay,
Joe.
well, hopefully he can get that sorted out. But today we're gonna be doing some spoiler-free Final Fantasy 16 impressions, and we're also gonna be diving into the Nintendo Direct recap. We have a lot of stuff to cover today, but first, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to Spell Tap Gaming Podcast to keep up to date with everything here. All our socials at Spell Tap Gaming. And remember that we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. All right, we're gonna jump right into it, and Joe's back.
Welcome back.
Yes!
Yay!
I figured it out.
You made
Peter
it.
was not happy. She was like, "Why?"
That was some fast troubleshooting, sir.
Hey, that's what I do. I literally get paid to troubleshoot.
All right, cool, man. So, we're just gonna jump straight into the Nintendo Direct that happened last week. We're a little bit behind. Myself, Christopher J. Gannon, and Joe, we're all out of town last week, and so we were just kind of like watching and taking notes. Some of the big things that dropped in that Direct was the Super Mario RPG, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, Star Ocean, Story R, and Super Mario. I think it's Wonder, right? Super Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder. What is that, by the way?
All
So
I
Super
know is
Mario.
2D.
all I know is
It's
it makes
just-
me wonder.
is it a new 2D? Is it a remake 2D?
No, it's a
No,
2D
no.
with new
Brand new.
mechanics, I believe.
Yeah.
2D
So-
with 3D mechanics.
Okay, so from what I saw with that, though, it makes me feel like they're kind of going back to the way Mario used to feel. It seemed that way because there was a point when Mario went from the first. So they did Super Nintendo, and then they did all these 3D Mario games on 64, GameCube, and then they got to the Wii, and they brought back the Mario 2D games, and then Mario had went through a different change where he moved just different way, right?
For sure.
And I feel like looking at Wonder, I feel like the controls are a little tighter than they were on these last reiterations of the games.
Hell yeah. I always liked the ones that were on, I think it was Advance. The 2D
Yeah.
ones that were on. I
Yeah,
love
those ones were great.
Yeah, I hope that they keep that kind of mechanics, at least for the controls.
Yeah.
Mario the Acid Trip. I feel like it should be called too at the same time.
It's
Super
very
Mario
cartoony.
Acid Trip.
Like it's the Wonder Seed. I think that's the mechanic in the game. Like makes everything really trippy. So for some reason, Mario's an elephant now too, which I think that they got that from Super Mario 3D World. I think that was when they did the Cat Mario originally thing.
Yeah.
And we got Long Mario too. So definitely a really trippy looking game.
They just turned Mario into Kirby.
One thing I loved about it though was listening to the music. The music was very spot on for Mario.
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it Yuzo Koshiro doing the music for this one as well?
I'm unsure. I haven't. I didn't see.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
much of a 2D side scroller game. I like all the 3D Mario games where it's you get to run around and jump on stuff, and it's in a 3D world. Like Odyssey is probably my favorite Mario game.
That was
For
great.
sure.
Yeah.
You don't.
But I think it was long
You don't like
overdue.
Mario 64, Ryan?
I like Odyssey better.
That hurts, man.
I like Odyssey
Yeah.
way better. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was okay. It was I got lost. I fell asleep sometimes playing in the N64 version of
What?
3D
Really?
Mario. It's just like, I
Bro.
don't even know what am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing.
Dude, I'm out of here.
The music on Dry Docks constantly comes into my dreams.
Anytime you have a dream where you're underwater.
Bro, I love that song so much. It hits so hard, especially when the drums start kicking in towards the end of the song, or before it loops. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I do not have fond memories of that. But looking forward to Super Mario RPG since you guys are all about that.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna force Ryan
that
to play it. Don't worry.
Was that the biggest? Was that the biggest?
Wait, you
announcement for
never
guys?
played this game, Ryan?
No,
Nani?
man. I never played
Dude.
Super Mario RPG.
What?
I didn't even know it existed.
What?
You didn't have a Super Nintendo, right?
No, I didn't even have a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, so
you
you
realize
wouldn't
you
have had
realize
access.
I know where you live, right?
It was only on Super Nintendo.
I'm
It was on
gonna
anything
come
else?
by. I'm gonna
Mhm.
come by and I'm gonna
Yeah.
punch you in the face.
Oh,
It was towards the
Until
end of
you play
the
this
the
game.
life. Yeah, I think it was 96 or 95, 96.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
towards the end of the life, it was already like PlayStation was already like well into like, changing the world in the gaming, landscape.
So, did the PlayStation overlap with the Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
No,
Like towards the end of its life, it did. PlayStation came out in Japan in 94 and US in 95.
that's correct. Yeah. So it was like they did that, and then the N64 was out too. So
96, yeah, N64 was 96. They were originally supposed to release alongside the PlayStation and ended up pushing it back because none of the games were ready. So,
yeah,
and they still had a very like small like release for the games that released when it dropped.
they did.
So, but they were bangers. Super Mario 64, Pilot Wings,
Star Fox 64.
Star Fox 64.
A
All those
man
classics.
can dream.
Yeah.
There's
So so this is the exact same remake. They just added.
No, it's
or
HD
is it
remake.
built up? Did they build?
All I'm
they
gonna
built it
say,
from the ground
Ryan,
up?
is if you play this game, it might be your new favorite Mario game.
Why do you
Yeah.
say that? Why do you say
Because you're so rock hard for RPGs, and this
And you
will
love turn-based stuff.
this will
It's turn-based.
scratch the itch so hard that you will bust.
I feel like you're looking at it and you're being like, I don't know if this is like too like kiddie, but it's not, dude. Like once
No.
you really get into the like the mechanics and the gameplay and the jokes that are in the game,
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Does Peach turn into a waifu?
If Peach turns into a waifu, then Mario's done for life. Then it's like Mario.
Then he's gonna
retires.
retire. Then Mario retires.
Mario retires. Luigi takes the mantle, and then it's like, where do you go from there?
Okay. I mean, this looks dope. Like honestly, like
You'll never be disappointed. I promise.
Yeah.
You.
it's very charming.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
impressive.
So I feel like these are all like special attacks. All these little tiny cutscenes that they have in there.
Mm.
It's because like you can kind of see in specific parts of the frame. I think they might have added like maybe an ultimate into this game where like because if you see in the battle sequences you'll see as they do attacks like this percentage thing goes up. So I feel like they might have added ultimates into this game.
Interesting. I didn't notice that in the video.
But because we've never seen these types of cutscenes where they're doing any type of, like power up or anything like that. But it looks like those might be a type of an ultimate.
Love that.
I love that for you.
I hope they also keep the original like the timed button presses, like when you're doing attacks.
Yeah, now you get the icon above your head, so you know
it's gonna be so
when
good.
you need to do it. Because back then on the Super Nintendo, you just had to know.
Yeah, each one had their own like special timing for it.
It was like a special timing, but it was also like a there would be a sound cue for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a little musical note, right? Was it a musical note or something like that?
Oh, cool.
And
So-
now seeing this trailer, I realized there were so many moves that I just couldn't block, and I tried so desperately to figure out the timing for. It's like,
Do you think it's gonna release at full price? How much do you think this thing
it's $60. It's
Yeah.
already.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
it said on the
it's
pre-release.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's worth it. It's worth $60.
absolutely.
100%.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna hold you to that.
You don't have to get it at launch. Just play it eventually.
Dude, Here's what I'm gonna say. If you get it and you don't like it, I'll refund you the money, but you can't fucking lie to me.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah, check the Switch.
it looks cool. Like, I just like don't know if it's because like when I play turn-based RPGs, I'm looking for like some anime tropes. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I don't know. Maybe we'll get it. I don't know.
Well, just so you know, I mean, Mario is from Japan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There is a Mario anime.
Yeah.
I
It's not
do
very
love
good.
I do love RPGs. So if you guys are telling me, and I trust you guys, if you guys are telling me that this is something this is a Ryan type game, then I'm all about it.
I think it's an everyone type game.
You can't be a true RPG fan unless you play this game. It's like history 101. You just got to do it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay if for some reason you haven't known about this, but if you know about it and you're willingly not playing it, there's something wrong with
I'm
you.
I'm protesting Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Don't make me come up there, Ryan.
I've never met a person who's played this game and says I hate it.
Yeah, it's
every
game.
person I've met who's played it, they're like, I love it. It's awesome.
I wonder why it's taking them so long to remake it then.
Square.
Yeah, they had a problem with Square for a long time.
So is that the original like partner that they had to develop this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, back when they were Squaresoft.
Is this still do these have anything to do with this with the remake?
Yeah,
they had to. Because they use all the mechanics, all the turn-based stuff, all the names for some of the moves, the UI, the limits, all sorts of stuff are taken directly from Square.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still very much a Square Enix game.
Okay. Well, who is excited for Pikmin 4? I know Chris might be.
I'm such a sucker for Pikmin. I've always loved. I like the fact of being a small person in a big world.
Oh, they have like.
But I also love commanding minions.
Yeah, they're just pawns, right? They're just like a little like. So you never have to pay these Pikmin, right? And they just like sacrifice themselves for you. Okay.
No, you just have to pick them.
As soon as you pull them out of the ground, they're ready to do whatever they were born to do.
Yep. They're born to serve.
That's right. What I love though is it's like the little nuances of the games, right? So you throw a bunch of Pikmin to like pick something up, and they're all walking, and you hear them going like 1 2 1 2 1 2 like.
It's very satisfying too, like watching them do stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome because you learn like new things as you go, and the Pikmin get better at what they're doing.
Yeah,
and now you get a little you get a little dog.
Oh, that's gonna be so sick.
What happens if you abuse the Pikmin? Do they like unionize?
Maybe.
I'm like Ryan with Mario RPG. I've never. It's not that I'm not interested in Pikmin. I just never played Pikmin before, and I think will be the first one I ever try because I'm genuinely interested in this game and how it looks. And I watched that one terminal montage about Pikmin, and I was like, oh crap, this is more than just like a little like kind of like a Little Big Planet kind of style game. This is there's some deep shit going on here.
It almost looks like it's a child's game, right?
Right. Yeah.
It looks
but very... all of Nintendo games kind of look like that. You just have to get past that.
Yeah, but once you start seeing the depth and everything, they're like Pikmin is a great franchise. I remember the first time ever playing it, and I was in middle school, and I was telling I literally was in like 7th grade, and I told the guy, I was like, yeah, I'm playing Pikmin, and he's like, that's gay. He's like, why would you play something like that? And I'm like, you haven't played it. And then he came over to my house and he tried it, and he was like, okay, this game's really cool.
Yeah, and you're trying to get him to pass the sticks, and he's like,
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I was like, I thought it was gay, and he's like, it's not. No, it's cool.
So shut the fuck up, man. Olimar is a G.
Yeah.
It's just a fun game. Like I played the original Pikmin game, and it was a lot of fun. I remember playing that game on the GameCube. I would play it on like there's like a little screen on the GameCube, and on the road trips to it, I would like play this game a ton.
You had the back screen for the GameCube.
Yeah, dude.
That's so
I'm-
badass.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, dude. On road trips, I would plug it into like the cigarette lighter or whatever.
Ooh, I can
And
only
then,
imagine.
and I would just sit in the back and just play my GameCube, dude.
You got
Man,
the-
Ryan
you
had
got
a
the-
childhood.
You got those friends who are like, bro, you can play video games in your parents' car.
Bro, I didn't give a fuck
Holy
where I went.
shit!
Yeah, we had like a minivan too.
And
so-
here I'm sitting in the back of the minivan with the Game Boy Color and the worm light draining my battery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Didn't make me less sick though. I still get car sick.
You still
What
get car sick?
I got car sick.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I still get
I
car
didn't
sick all the
care.
time.
I didn't care. I was just like, I'm gonna make progress in this game. I don't give a shit how sick.
So
I
I used to get car sick and seasick, but then I started playing VR so much, all of it went away.
That'll do
Whoa!
that.
July
That'll do it.
21st.
Training your body.
All right, that's coming up.
Because it's like if you can handle VR sickness, you can handle everything else.
Do you guys remember when they remade the PlayStation 1 and they made like the curvy version? They had
Yeah.
like a screen. They had like a
It came
portable
with the screen and the
Yeah.
little speakers on it.
My buddy brought that on a road trip and we played Final Fantasy 7.
Whoa!
That was
Dude.
that was the best drive. It was like we were driving to Carlsbad from LA, so it was like 2-3 hours. So I was like, I don't care, just drive, keep driving.
That's one of the that's probably the sexiest PS1 they've ever made. That thing was sexy.
Yeah,
That screen.
we just shared like little earbuds.
Yeah.
Each of us had one, and we're just like,
Mm.
it didn't even matter who was playing. We're just like,
Stoked to be playing in the car.
or watching it, just listening to like something you're really familiar and comfortable with.
Okay, this I'm very happy with.
Hell yeah,
Sonic
we should all get together
Superstars.
and play a co-op.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
what gets me about this game is that it is co-op. It's multiplayer. This is like I've never played a Sonic game with multiplayer.
Hell
That
yeah,
sounds
dude.
awesome.
Especially
You know?
a classic Sonic.
Yeah,
we should all do a live episode at your house, Ryan.
Let's go.
I was
Always ready.
I was a huge Sonic fan until they made Sonic go 3D. I feel like they ruined a lot of the Sonic franchise with going 3D and like exploiting the Z-axis. Sonic is meant for 2D, and I feel like he should stay there and just improve on his.
There's only been a handful of good Sonic 3D games, like
Yeah.
Generations, Adventure 2.
Yeah,
I thought
Uh,
Adventure 2 was
yeah.
my favorite of the Adventure
Yep,
series.
Adventure 2 is like
Yeah.
the goat of the 3D series. But other than that, Sonic should be in this axis, and he should be killing it.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
It's gonna look so sick on one of the OLED screens. Oh man, the colors.
I love the fact now you can play it co-op, because it's like when you played it on the Sega Genesis, it was 2 players, but Tails was just kind of a secondary character. He was just there to help Sonic, and like if you got hit, it didn't really matter because Sonic was the one carrying all the rings.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, Tails very much felt like a background element for
He
most
was.
of that.
But in the third game, he was actually a necessity because you actually had to use him in some of the boss fights. So then it's like player 2 was like, okay, I actually feel like I'm doing something now.
Right.
You know.
So I'm really excited for the new Pokemon DLC, to be honest. Like I really love Scarlet and Violet. Like I love that there's like it kind of uses time as like the mechanic. And also like the Terra thing is whatever to me. I like Mega Evolutions better. Even like the mechanic where they like got super big, the Gigantamax Pokemon, like that was pretty cool too.
Those Mega Evolutions kick, dude. They were killer.
Why haven't they
Yeah.
brought back Mega Evolutions? Everyone loved that.
That was
That-
the best. That was the best mechanic, I think.
That
they-
Mega Charizard? Damn, dude.
Damn, that
He
shit
looks
slapped.
so good.
Yeah.
Oof.
No other Pokemon mechanic has, in my opinion, come close.
That's my
to
boy
that.
Corphish.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna shiny hunt the shit out of that Pokemon when he comes out.
It's definitely one of the new Pokemon that's releasing with the DLC. So yeah, they're coming out with a bunch of new Pokemon for this. It's coming out. There's part 1 coming out in the fall, and then part 2 coming out in winter. But we don't have actual like release dates yet.
Love her hairstyle there.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about this trailer is that it very much
Spends
had
hours in front of the mirror.
just gotta get it just right.
And the frame rate
Oh.
on this trailer is like 120.
Oh,
like,
her and her brother, they're just like one and the same.
They're like, we're born this way.
yeah, I mean,
It fell,
I haven't played in a while, but the game was not performing that great the last time I played.
Did that
Yeah.
person skin a Pikachu to get that mask?
You
Oh
have
my
to pay
god.
microtransactions. I don't know.
But yeah, Pokemon's been really dry for a good while. So they really could have done with showing the release date, and that's why I was really shocked when they didn't show it. But apparently, there's a rumor going around that we're supposed to get some Pokemon Direct this week or in the next 2 weeks, from what I've been hearing. So they
Has that been a thing?
apparently so. I don't know. It's just a rumor right now,
Okay.
based on like this whole Snorlax project they're doing right now in Japan. So there's a lot of Pokemon talks. But fall 2023, when in fall 2023? September or October? When?
Shit,
Like-
man, if they do it in October and November, it's just that month. It's already so stacked.
Starfield. Yeah, Starfield is gonna be Starfield's first.
Crazy.
My Xbox just took a dump. It just died.
Your Series X.
Damn.
My Series X just died. Yeah.
Well, at least you
Yeah.
got a PC though.
That's
Thank
true.
God, man. I also have a backup Xbox Series S, but like
But it's not an X though.
I know.
Ryan.
Thank God I have a PC. Oh,
You know-
we just got someone in the chat. 90C says, but I wish you could fly the Pokemon like the one in Arceus. You guys play Pokemon Arceus?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I feel
Yeah, I
that.
played it. So that was the first iteration of the like open world with the Pokemon, actually being there instead of you having to RNG encounter them,
Yeah, she says, but I wish you could fly Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet like you could in Arceus. I
You
think
kind of can. It's gliding.
Yeah, it's a glide, it's not a fly.
Yeah, there's a
it's
catch.
gliding. Yeah.
So I'm super biased, and I literally stopped going after Pokemon after Gen 2. So I don't have too much knowledge with the new generation Pokemon. And what I would love is if they would stop what they're doing and just create like a Gen 1 and Gen 2 version of this game. And I will pay so much for it. I'd pay $100 for it. I don't care.
The
Hashtag
production
bring
in
back
this game
national
was pretty
decks.
good.
Yes.
Even if they had a version like a game like this that only had Gen 1.
Yeah. I
would be so stoked.
I'd be all over it, because
Essentially
Nintendo,
an open world of red and blue.
Yeah, Nintendo's hitting the nostalgia bones. Like if you want to do that with Pokemon, gladly pay $100. I don't care. I'll work extra hard.
But what if it has bad performance like Scarlet and Violet?
I'll have tears again.
I'll manage.
All right.
I'll manage.
like a spoken like a true Pokemon fan. We'll
I'll
manage.
manage. Yeah, I'll manage.
As long as you can collect those
If I-
shinies.
If I have to turn my brightness down, if I have to like stop whatever I'm doing, if I have to get every single piece of hardware off of my internet,
You gotta
I'll
blow
do
the
it.
cartridge.
Yeah, you know the game.
Yeah, baby.
If I need
Yeah.
if I want my Pokemon fix, I'm getting it.
Oh yeah. I want my shiny charm, even if I'm suffering through 10 to 5 FPS at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Like it looks like there's like new areas, new clothes, new hairstyles, Pokemon that were originally in the Scarlet and Violet games. I know that you're able to transfer a lot of Pokemon from Pokemon Home now. There's like a big update, so you can expand your Pokedex that way.
I wonder if we're getting new Paradox Pokemon.
I hope we do.
Potential.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope we do because that's pretty cool. I really like the concept of having like a futuristic looking Pokemon and then like savage looking Pokemon too. Have you guys
Which one
seen
did you
those?
like better? Did you like the Violet Paradoxes or the Scarlet Paradoxes? It's a big question.
Because Violet is more futuristic, Scarlet is more like past Pokemon.
Yeah.
Some Pokemon look cool, like futuristically. Like the Tyranitar looks freaking sick. Like it looks like a Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Delibird from Violet
yeah,
looks really nice. Was it Iron like no, it's Iron Tail, that's
yeah, Iron
Tyranitar. I
Tail.
forgot the
Mhm.
other one.
There's quite a few. I don't remember because they have different names. They don't just have like regular Pokemon names. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
If
Um,
if I had ever saw a Delibird in real life, I'd literally tackle his ass and be like, "Give me your bag. I want to see what you have."
bunch of dildos.
Just a bag full of dildos and be like, "You're sick." Throw it back at him.
It's like Pallet Town.
You disgust me.
Pallet Town. Where are you taking these to Pallet Town?
Yeah.
What's in Palatown?
Literally
Catch 'em.
one
Why are
order.
these why are
Ash's
these
mom.
boxes labeled Ketchum? All these dildos going to mom. Ash's house.
Just one order. Ash's mom.
Oh man. Okay. Another game that I don't know too much about, so I'm kind of like counting on you guys to help me out. Is a Star Ocean game. How'd you guys get introduced to this?
So the first time I ever actually played it was I played this version for about 3 days. A buddy of mine at my elementary school was like, "Hey, I have a Super Nintendo. You can borrow this," and he gave it to me. I got to play, and it looked nothing like this, of course. And after 3 days, I had to give it back, and then I didn't revisit Star Ocean until PlayStation 1.
I don't know about this, guys.
Bruh.
Ryan,
Like
You
is
said
your-
that about
this is your
RPG as well.
This is your anime quirk that you're looking for.
like
Dude, look at the drawings right there.
did they run out of budget for like the character models or
Oh,
Dude,
bruh.
you're being so
Come
bougie
on.
right now. It's not about the art; it's about the gameplay, Ryan.
Oh, and look at that!
Okay.
Look at the animations right there. Those look
$20?
sick. Those don't look just like generic
20
anime
bucks?
characters. Yeah, that looks sick as fuck,
Oh wow, look at that camera angle.
bruh. Oh, that's gonna be so sick.
Oh yeah. They blew their budget on the American localization probably.
Nah,
Damn.
Dang, dude.
just
You're just
absolutely hating.
you're just going
Dude.
full out on these games, man.
You know, I'm a
Star
little,
Ocean ain't for everybody, you know.
I'm a little conservative here, and I don't really
He
get
woke up and
offended
chose
often. But like,
violence.
dude, you're starting to like hit my feelings right now.
Oh, I like that part. That part where he's like flying around and stuff. That was cool.
Let me tell you, dude, like Star Ocean music is second to none in some of the series. Like it's right up there with Final Fantasy. It's right up there with Secret of Mana. It's right up there with any of the like really good RPGs
It's up there with
that you grew up playing.
Persona.
Yeah,
It's up
absolutely,
there, dude.
absolutely.
Oh, it's Persona tier. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
I never played I played only one Batman Arkham game.
Dude, okay. So
Don't play them
these-
on Switch.
Don't play them on
No.
Switch.
There's so many other better
Literally,
ways to play this.
they might be on sale right now for the summer sale on Steam. If you're gonna do it, get them then.
If
or
you
the
have a
winter
PS5, I'm pretty sure that they have like a couple that you can just like download for free that are like, yeah, they're like part of the collection.
Yeah,
On
these.
yeah.
So, like I said, these games are worth playing. There's if you really like Batman, this is the best way to get your Batman fix, and you can get it quick. You're literally. It's. I've never played any other Batman game that makes you feel like Batman than this trilogy. It's so
Yeah.
good.
They did an amazing job on these. Just don't play it on Switch.
And Kevin
Yeah.
Conroy, God rest his soul, came back, fulfilled his role, killed it.
What
Yep.
is the definitive Batman game? Like which one?
Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
The first
agreed.
one.
That's the third one.
The third
So
one?
it's-
Okay.
Yeah, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight is the definitive one because you get everything you get from the previous games, plus you get the Batmobile, and you get all this very, very rich story, and you're going after multiple villains instead of one.
Yeah,
The
they had
first-
totally refined the series at that point.
Oh yeah, because the first game is a game of cat and mouse. You're just going after the Joker. The sequel, you're going after Hugo Strange with a couple of other villains that are just kind of in there because they're in your way. But in Arkham Knight, you're going after Sandman, but you've got all of these they got this whole circle of villains who are just out there causing chaos because none of the police and like none of the people are in town. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, they're just partying,
Dude, there's like riots, there's gunfights, there's high-speed chases, and you're literally in the mix, and you're like, I'm Batman.
Is there
you're
is
just
it on
flying
Game
around.
Pass?
Yeah, it is on Game Pass.
The third one?
Yep.
Is it optimized for next gen?
Yes, Ryan. It is optimized. It's not like Star Ocean.
Oh my gosh, freaking bougie.
It's not Star Ocean.
Oh man.
Dude, I push technology, son. That's all I'm about.
Ryan doesn't want to play games. He wants eye porn.
Yeah. I want a movie that I can play at 60 frames 4K. That's what I want.
Hey, then Final Fantasy is gonna be your game of the year, bro. Okay, well, you're missing out part.
Turn-based live action.
No wonder Final Fantasy's last.
RPG.
Yep.
I want to play I want to live in that goddamn world.
He's like, I'm gonna let these guys talk their stuff, and then I'm gonna come in with my big old mega
talk about their little Nintendo baby
and I'm gonna
games.
blast them good.
I'm just gonna put my testicles on your drum set.
John Wayne's
cool. So once you guys grow some
real.
I'm playing some real console games.
Yeah, it's real. Okay, all right. Let's see what else we got here. That pretty much covers everything. I don't know what else you guys want to.
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I also forgot my boy Super Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Super Mario Wonder. Okay, guys. All right.
Come on, Ryan.
I gotta pull these up.
Yeah, come on, Ryan.
Yeah, show us Pikachu.
Yeah, show us Pikachu, Ryan.
At least just for a second. I want to hear his deep voice.
So you guys are playing. you guys said you guys play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I play a little bit.
Yeah. Every now and again now.
So they just laid off like 230 people.
Rest in peace, Niantic.
They canceled their in production Marvel game.
Rip.
You're talking about Niantic?
Niantic.
Is it Niantic or Niantic?
I say Niantic.
It can be whatever.
I say Niantic. I don't know.
The reason why I'm asking is because I hope I didn't offend somebody while I was working on Pokemon Go when I was doing trailers for them. Like, I kept calling it Niantic. I'm like, oh, hi, guys. You guys are from Niantic. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, now I heard it's Niantic and Niantic. I'm like, oh, God, did I say it wrong?
How do they say it?
They get hired again, huh?
I think they get off Niantic to me.
Yeah. They get off the call. They're like, are you sure you want this guy?
that guy Ben Howard, he couldn't even pronounce our name right.
Fuck, that's why they didn't hire me again. Damn it.
Hey, I said that I'm part of the community, and then they're like, oh shit, we don't want you.
Yeah.
Too deep on the inside.
Because they're gonna be like, they're like, how, like, have you heard about anything about us on like social media and stuff like that? I was like, no. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they're like, but like, I'm part of the community and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, you don't have to be part of the community to like do this job. I'm like, why? And then I figured out that like everyone on social media is shitting on them because they're taking away the raid passes, the remote raid passes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Forgot they did that.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, we want someone who doesn't give a fuck about Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. That's the exact thing.
That's the move.
Okay, so look at how tight these controls are.
Yeah,
it's not
like you stop on a dime.
Yeah, it's not like how the Wii and like the new Super Mario games are. You actually have more control over Mario, and this is what I liked about the Super Nintendo ones. Is you were able to stop on a dime and really like get the control you needed.
It reminded me of like playing Mega Man. It was just like you could count on landing in an exact certain spot if you did an exact certain thing, and the only time that you made a mistake, it was your fault.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So what they've done now is they've given you back that control, and now the world is fucked up.
Oh man, this looks so sick.
So you have to be able to move with the world.
Bend for me, pipe.
That pipe.
Wiggle.
Long
wiggle.
Mario.
This looks sick.
Yeah,
actually,
dude.
This game looks actually pretty dope.
And
it's
like
so cartoony. I love it.
This is Mario. I feel like this is more of a traditional type of Mario. I like because Mario's always kind of had that thing.
This is like Mario on shrooms.
The only thing missing is like
Literally.
We should
him
all
riding
take
a Koopa
shrooms and
shell.
play 4-player co-op together.
That must be like so freaking fun. Like it'd
Can
be
you
the best
imagine?
trip ever.
We
So
all just
I
take
think
a
we'd get done.
half gram and then we just go crazy playing
Go
Mario.
the wrong. Wait, this
Whoa,
is multiplayer
Mario's
too?
real, dude.
Ryan, you remember playing
From the TV.
playing Mario Party on shrooms?
I remember. I remember like being someone's turn forever.
I just remember someone was like, "You should take the ride on the dolphin." I was like, "I don't know, man. That's gonna take me somewhere else." He's like, "Ride the dolphin." I was like, so I get on the dolphin, and everybody started losing their mind, dude. The dolphin's like jumping out of the water, like, "Oh shit, dude! You're fucking riding a dolphin. Let's fucking go!"
See,
I jumped in front of everybody.
That's the type of stuff I'm about, dude. When you get like something so small, but it means so much.
You're just like,
Yes, please. Yeah,
ride
let's
the
go.
dolphin. You can do it. It'll
like-
be safe.
Do it for us all.
Everybody wants you to ride the dolphin.
That's gonna be a part of our reviews from now on. But can you ride a dolphin?
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Can you ride dolphins in this game? I don't know.
That was the original code name of the GameCube.
Ride a dolphin?
No,
Okay.
dolphin.
Oh,
That's why they have the Dolphin emulator.
oh, I didn't know that.
And Dolphin's gotten so much better over the years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Didn't Dolphin get cease and desisted recently?
From Steam, yeah.
Because
Rest in peace.
they were going to be on Steam. Or no,
Pushing
it was because they were going to
For
be
the
on
Steam
the
Deck.
the
Steam
deck.
They were gonna
Dang.
make an emulator like add-on for Steam Deck, and they essentially were using source not source codes, but basically certain codes that where they recognize when a game is being played. So basically, it's like if you don't own it, it would be like it's passing that copyright. Passing some sort of like little thing where it checks if it's like, oh, is this a real Nintendo like game? Is this a real Nintendo system? Like all the BIOS kind of stuff.
So
I think they used some of Nintendo's actual properties and they found that in the source code.
Oh
have you
shit!
guys played any Detective Pikachu games? What is the gameplay like?
I
Easy.
never played them. I played what was it, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon back in the
I
day?
haven't played
Is
any.
it like a linear story type game? How do you solve mysteries?
It's like clues and basically it's like it's a detective game. Like you're solving like you're paying attention to like cutscenes and things like that, and then you're walking around in the world and like picking up clues and things like that. But the problem that I had with the original Detective Pikachu is that it was way too easy. Like it was like baby level easy. So
Damn.
I'm praying that they add maybe a little bit of what Pokemon my fave.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mom. Hi,
Hey.
hi, mom. Yeah, that's the
Nice.
person that gave birth to this gamer here. But yeah, the problem with Detective Pikachu is that it was way too easy.
I see. I'm really happy that your mom's like that. If my mom popped in here, she'd be like, "You're still wasting your time with these games."
You know what? I've pulled her to like these things. Like we went to the Mario movie together. Like we've gone to Nintendo Land together.
that.
I got her playing Pokemon Go for a while too because
Yeah.
I think it was after San Francisco when there were restaurants giving discounts to people that were on like Team Valor or whatever, like 20% off. And my mom's like, "Oh, how do I get on Valor? How do I do that?"
Yeah.
I got my
Anything
mom
more.
one time to come into the room to play video games with me, and this was back in like 1997. I'm on my Super Nintendo. She comes in the room. She goes, "I've come to play," and I'm playing fucking Beavis and Butthead.
Oh yeah.
And so she was pissed because there's like farting and all the burping.
Was it you had did you play the Super Nintendo version?
Yes, I did. So I know this. The Super Nintendo and the Genesis version are both different.
The
And
Genesis version is, I mean, in my
Way
opinion, I
harder.
played both. I love the Genesis version.
Me too, but it's a lot more challenging.
Oh
And
yeah.
so my mom comes into play, and then after that, it was done. It was like, it's a waste of time. You're never gonna do shit with your life if you keep playing. Like,
I used to play the South Park Nintendo 64 game with my mom.
Oh,
You see that
nice.
game?
Love that.
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
pick. Oh, shoot.
There it is. Ooh.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, baby.
That's
Wow.
fucking awesome.
Damn.
That had
It-
all the original voice actors too,
That's
right?
what
They,
that's
like,
what
reprised the roles.
N64 cases used to look like.
no. So these are
Shit.
reproductions.
Oh, okay.
I got all reproductions, but all of the cartridges are original.
Love that.
Oh.
That's so
Yeah.
great.
So the reason why I got these though is they're like VHS, because they're like VHS tapes.
That's so great that they've done that.
So I went with these because I'm not buying original boxes. I just
Oh no.
really love the games, and I wanted to kind of just flash them up a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, man.
awesome.
That's awesome. I love that.
But yes, this game, tell them how much of a pain in the ass it is.
I think it was that. I don't think it was that hard. I just remember like turkeys, right? You would like pee on the snowballs and you throw them at the turkeys. Right?
Ryan, that's level 1. Ryan, that's level 1.
I guess I never got past that.
Has anyone played the Fractured But Whole?
Yep, I love that. I love it.
That was
I've heard,
great.
I love it.
it's really good.
It's,
I was
it's-
cracking up the whole
so
time.
you literally you make your own character, and you're literally in a full episode of South Park. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's so good.
From the moment the game starts
it
to
looks
even selecting
amazing.
your difficulty, which we're probably not going to talk about here, but selecting your difficulty, I was like, oh, this is so South Park. This is such a South Park moment.
Dude, the split screen multiplayer was so much better than GoldenEye, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, yeah.
on this game.
Yes, that to me, the split screen multiplayer to me was better than GoldenEye.
Okay, so one thing I'm gonna give you one thing on that. One thing that's good about it is the frames don't drop as hard as they do on GoldenEye.
Yeah, but you don't notice that stuff back then.
But
Yeah.
this game here, if you play this 4 players and you're playing split screen, dude, it's not that fun. There's characters that are super tiny, then you're playing as other people who are like super tall. Like, it's like if you pick the alien, because this was one of those games where you had to use the C buttons to move forward, left or right, and then you had to use the joystick to turn. So you had your movement buttons, and then you had your camera buttons, and then all you fired was with Z, and you changed weapons with A and B. But it is the janky. It's one of the jankiest games out there, dude.
Damn. Okay, but my favorite of all time is Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's like the best multiplayer for N64, hands down.
Mr.
that game
Pooh.
is worth a lot now.
Mr. Pooh. Yep.
Yes.
That very,
The
very
Great
boss
Mighty
fight.
Pooh. Yep.
Do you want me to run and grab that one too, real quick?
And
He
I
has
believe
them all,
you.
dude.
No.
It's
leave
there.
that. Don't touch that.
I believe
It's
you.
there.
I believe
It's
you.
there.
But we're kind of running out of time, so we're gonna jump straight into Final Fantasy 16.
Let's go.
Finally,
PlayStation.
you guys.
Is this your gameplay?
This is my gameplay, yes.
Oh dang! I should have recorded some B-roll for this.
And you guys, this is truly a next gen game. When I was playing this game, I thought that this was where we need to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
PC
truly
or
felt
Xbox?
I truly felt like I was getting my money's worth on my PlayStation 5 playing this game, because I never thought it would go so flawlessly, like going into the cutscenes and going to the game. Even running and on graphics mode on 30 frames per second still looks
Dude,
and feels
looks-
amazing.
It looks
There's no load
really
time?
good. No, like it goes black
Very
for like a second.
extremely minimal load times.
But let me tell you, like when I boot up the game, like let's just say like cool, I turn on my PS5, press the thing to start playing the thing.
Ooh.
Within like seconds, I'm playing the game.
Dude, I am when I'm
You're
playing
too, Joe?
when I'm in combat.
Oh yeah, I'm further along than Ryan. I have like about 20 hours in.
Wow, Ryan, you need to step up.
I'm actually
I was
maybe, like more than halfway done.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm
Dang.
gonna try to beat it this weekend.
You're only more than halfway. I thought you
I
were
know, I
closer.
know. This is okay. So right there, that's the only part I don't like is I'm not a big fan of QuickTime actions.
Right.
Oh, see, I love those.
Yeah, like the God of War ones, I was like, I could do without that. But let me tell you, it's worth it because they look so good. It looks so good. The
Dude,
cinematic like
this
ones
is like
that you
some
do.
Netflix. This is like some Netflix like animated stuff.
The voice
cutscenes.
acting, Sid. Let me tell you, if you're a longtime Final Fantasy fan, you're gonna freaking love the Easter eggs in this and the reoccurring characters. Like, let me tell you, they nailed Sid, and Torgal is the bestest boy of all time.
He's the best boy.
The bestest boy.
The
The
good
bestest
boy.
boy of all time.
So one thing I'm
He's
happy
good.
about
G-U-D.
is their return to like the medieval fantasy style. I really like that.
When was
Let
the
me tell
last
you,
time?
they nailed it.
When was the last time there was an M-rated Final Fantasy game though?
Never.
Never.
Mm,
Cause I'm still a big
never.
fan.
Yeah, they're always teen. They were always teen.
Yeah, I'm still always I'm a 9 fan, so I like the steampunk kind of
For
vibe.
sure. This one, let me tell you, they absolutely nail the world building. It really feels like, wow, like there's like the way that they do like how magic exists and like how they're able to like pull like ether from the like crystals that are around, and like not trying to give up too much, but it just seems very real and fleshed out, and it reminds me of like Lord of the Rings. Like when you're when you're watching Lord of the Rings or when you're reading Lord of the Rings, you're just like, this is so believable as a real world.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Right there.
This game just gives
Oh
me.
man.
That music is good.
Dude, the vibe, like I didn't think that was gonna get Game of
Yeah.
Thrones vibes. I didn't think that was gonna get Attack on Titan vibes. I didn't think that I was gonna get, like the Witcher type vibes either. And it somehow gets all the best things of those and puts them together in this game and makes it work.
Damn, Ryan, you
And-
came with your guns loaded, didn't you?
Yeah,
I
he was waiting to talk about this one.
I was in Colorado for the last like 6 days, and I was so jealous of Joe getting
just
to
kept
play over the weekend.
I just kept texting him. I was like, bro, like check out this trophy. Like look at this one right here. I was like, oh my god.
And he's just like, I hate you.
in my mind, yes.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
was-
I hate you right now.
I was so jelly, man. You have no idea. But yeah, just like the level design, even the UI is simple enough to understand that
You can pet the
it's-
dog.
It's
Let's
fine.
go.
Yeah.
It's a trophy.
What
Under
a
the-
trophy.
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, let me tell you, only
Yes.
35% of people have done that trophy. Why have only 35%
That
of
is
people
fair.
only
It should
pet
be
a turtle
100%,
5 times?
right?
They don't believe you can pet the dog.
I literally sat there and pet the dog 5 times in a row just to get that achievement.
It's the best achievement I have, better than any platinum I've ever owned.
Okay.
Gotten.
So since we're on that subject, I have to go out of the 4 of us. Who's an achievement whore in this group?
Not me.
It depends
Some
on the
games,
game.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it depends on the game.
and that I'm the same way. It all depends on whether or not I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it's
exactly.
Final Fantasy, I'll be like, I want to do it. Especially if they show me, like, if it's not a hidden one, and like I'm not gonna like go out of my way to like look up what all the hidden ones are. But if it
Yeah.
shows me, it's like, hey, all you need to do is do like 100 parries. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna do like
Yeah.
100 parries in this next like little thing. Or like if it's something that shows me specific stuff, like, oh, I only need to do like 5 more side quests to like get this trophy, I'm gonna definitely do that.
Yeah.
Also, if the achievements are meaningful too, and like they're not just like unnecessary grind, like
Yeah.
like kill this boss in an obscure way 500 times. I'm like, who would do that?
Yeah,
Like,
Resident Evil
okay,
has a lot of
so-
ones like that.
I've actually met the true achievement whores, the people who, no matter if the game sucks or not, they have to put everything they have into it to 100% it. And I'm not saying they're dumb, but there might be a little bit of autism in that spectrum. It's one of those guys who are like, I have to. I've met a couple of those people.
Yeah.
they were like, hey, you want to see me? You want to play this game with me? I'll like play it. I'm like, well, you do. I'm like, you realize this game is unpolished and not finished right there. I have to do it.
What do you think is more of the I would say like die-hard community, the achievement hunters or the speedrunners?
Speedrunners.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've played that game so much that they've broken the game.
Yeah, it's one of those. So speedrunners that's where you've basically you've exited like great gamer and you've become a god gamer.
Yeah.
God,
Like the game is your the world's your oyster in a sense.
Have you seen those guys who do like the Mario speedruns where like they'll beat levels of people on like Mario Maker? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Those are some of my favorite things to watch on my break. I'm just like the fucking like things are spinning. He's jumping to the thing, like juggling.
Yeah, they have to do like the spin jump to like jump on like a shell that keeps on moving.
And they're constantly doing the spin jump over all of the piranha plants that are going like that, so that they don't get hit. I'm like, this is absolutely nuts.
It's like, bro, get a life.
But also,
sometimes I wonder how they figure some of these things out too. Like, how does that wall warp to that level? Like, how did you figure that out?
They either found out from someone or they discovered it by mistake.
Yeah.
It's literally that. They've discovered it by mistake, or someone figured it out and they saw it, or they told them. There's no other way. Because I'm pretty sure like all those glitches that are in the game, the developers didn't even know.
Yeah,
no, they didn't know those until people started recording their speed runs with like VHS tapes.
Have you seen devs react to speedruns on IGN?
Yes,
that's pretty cool. I watched the Doom one recently, and the Doom devs were just freaking out. They're like, "How did people figure this out?"
Yeah,
Doom is one of my favorite all-time games. I actually recently just bought it. It was $2 for Doom 1 and 2 on my PS5.
And it looks really good too. Like
and the music is so good.
Wait, which Doom? The 2016 one, or are we talking about
Doom 9?
No,
like
the
Doom
original.
95.
The original.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The rock solid.
The original's in the news right now with that WAD that just came out, My House.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, what a weird WAD.
I know.
So Joe, sorry, I'm gonna bring us back to Final Fantasy 16. Joe, what like so far, like you say you're a little bit more halfway through. What is it about the game that keeps you coming back?
It's very satisfying. Like the combat's very satisfying, and being an older gamer and not having having to work full time and not quite having like a full schedule, being able to pick up and play for like I can literally play for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I actually feel like I progressed in just 15 minutes. Like you can go out and be like, it'll give you a little quest. You go out to do a quest, you start killing some monsters, and you start like doing a couple levels, get some new gear. It kind of like you see the storyline kind of moving along, and you actually care about doing every quest. It's like, I don't know, it's something about it. Maybe it's just me, but there's just like an allure to doing just everything about this game.
That actually matters though.
So
especially as an adult.
So yeah. I got like massive like Devil May Cry vibes also.
Well,
I can throw that in there for the combat.
Can I say something that it's funny that you say that? They actually had one of the makers of Devil May Cry 5 on this game. Which is, if you're getting that vibe and you didn't even know it, like that's completely, it's very flashy, especially with the combat. And so they brought him along for the combat on this game.
Yeah, dude. I kept feeling like I was Dante. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's
going in there with Alistair, you know, the story of Alistair.
Got a lot of Devil May Cry.
If you guys are longtime Final Fantasy fans, the way that they did what they're calling now the icons, since they've kind of like moved away from summons, oh man, the animation for all of the summons, like Odin, Bahamut, Shiva, Ifrit. Oh man, dude,
Brahma.
Let me tell
you. Can I make a request since we're talking about Final Fantasy? If any studios or developers are listening, can you just really make a Final Fantasy Blitzball game?
Ooh.
Like I would,
Ooh.
like
Ooh.
an
Free to play Final
online,
Fantasy Blitzball.
you know, a
Yeah.
free to play online blitzball game. Just
Yeah.
please.
Listen. He has ideas.
That's like that will. So many people will play that game. I never finished Final Fantasy X because Blitzball was so fun.
You have
All I
4
did was
buyers right here.
All I did was play Blitzball. I didn't play anything else.
That's what I wanted water polo to be
Blitzball.
with the speedo,
Hmm. If we can only go back and redo it.
You know.
right?
Mm.
It's better than Quidditch.
Oh, no
I'll
doubt.
tell you that.
Mm.
We were supposed to get that in the Hogwarts game, and they didn't even give that.
Yikes.
They're gonna
yeah.
make a DLC for it eventually. You know that
Yeah.
they're working on it.
But they didn't have enough time to put it in that game, so they were like they put it in the cutscene, and the headmaster's like, due to unforeseen circumstances, the Quidditch season has been canceled, and we're like, dude.
Yeah.
But that was the only tacked on part of Hogwarts Legacy. Otherwise, Legacy was pretty cool.
I didn't
This is
finish it
fun.
because I'm
My-
I
I,
haven't played it yet.
I didn't I'm not that big of a Harry Potter nut.
Me neither, but I liked it.
I got involved with it, but it didn't keep me engaged. You know, it's not like Lord of the Rings where you get to walk so far for so long.
There's supposed to be a new
Because
Lord of the
you got a
Rings
broom. You can walk
Yeah.
nowhere. They give you so many ways to travel in that game. It's kind of like why did they even do that?
Yeah.
But
They get the
so good.
the powder and all the and like the
Well,
broom
yeah,
and-
you get like the powder. There's like a broomstick. You can ride on things. It's like, do I really need so many ways to like?
yeah, I know.
I guess for like Harry Potter people, like yeah, it is like a big deal.
It
Because,
matters. It
yeah.
matters.
So Joe, for people who like have never played a Final Fantasy game, would you recommend this be where they start?
Convince me, Joe.
Absolutely. Okay, so if you've never played a Final Fantasy game, this is a great spot to jump in. I mean, you can jump in any of the mainline Final Fantasies because none of them like the storylines don't go into each other. It's just there's some reoccurring names that they do, like for instance, like Sid. Sid's been a reoccurring name since I think Final Fantasy 2, like back in the 8-bit days, and his character is so good. And let me tell you, the voice actors that they got for this just absolutely just nail all their parts. The world building is incredible. I think some people might get a little hung up on the fact that it's not open world, but it's open. It's like you don't feel constricted. And when I go to certain areas, like I feel like I can walk left and I can walk right, and nothing is really stopping me from doing that. So it's just not completely open world, but it's not totally linear either. So this is, and let me tell you, like even if like for me, I don't like the quick time events that are in some of the combat things, but the cinematics are just absolutely hands down the best cinematics that you're gonna see on a console at this point.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything that's gonna come close to that at the moment.
those sequences really pull you into the world, and I have tunnel vision on when I'm playing this game. Sometimes, like I have no idea what's going on around me. I'm just like tapping because my character is getting assaulted by like somebody. You know what I mean? In a non-sexual way.
Can I tell you another thing that I absolutely love about this game? And I feel like I maybe it's getting a pass just because it's Final Fantasy, but I don't know. So you'll go through and you'll start fighting, and then you'll finish a fight, and it'll go to like a cutscene. But the cutscene lasts from like about like 2 minutes to 5 minutes, but it's so good, and you can like actually like put down the controller, and I'm just like sitting there just like watching it like it's a movie.
Man.
Okay.
And then you get to play the movie. It's like
Yeah.
it's incredible, dude. Like it's so seamless going in between like cutscenes, and you're playing, and then you're doing stuff, and it doesn't feel like, oh, like I'm putting the controller down and like I'm kind of like moving away. Like if anything, it's every single cutscene that happens, I'm getting pulled further and further and further in, and the longer that I play, I'm more and more and more immersed in this world. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Best game I've played this year. The only game that's gonna be like right next to it would be the new Street Fighter, which I'm still. Oh man, I am absolutely loving it. But
so many good games this year.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is just, it's got my heart.
Cool. Any closing thoughts, you guys?
Well, I guess
Nintendo, give us free stuff.
Go out if you don't have a PlayStation 5, go out and buy the bundle with Final Fantasy 16. It's I think I want to say it's like $20 cheaper if you buy it like that, and they have it actually in store. I went to a local Best Buy and they had the whole bundle and everything. You can buy PS5 out like in box with freaking one of the best games of the year.
It's a must-have for a
Does it
PlayStation
come with
5
PSVR too?
No, but you can also spend another $550 and have yourself.
Let's just drop $1,000 on the PlayStation here.
You won't have a game to play with it, but you will have a very, very great 50 hours plus in Final Fantasy 16.
Cool.
Okay. Well, awesome, guys. I think that about wraps it up for us. Thank you so much, Christopher, Joe, Ben, for hanging out with us today again. Hope to see you guys next time. And again, I'm Ryan Goto. I'm your host. We're on Apple Music, Spotify, and please subscribe if you're all into this stuff and love to join us. And this was our 10th episode, which is pretty crazy. Yep, still going strong, and we're doing it live this time. So thank you to Ani Creed and Deborah Howard for joining us at the chat. Really appreciate that. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Later.
Bye.